Let's go ahead and get this party started. So tonight I'm going to talk about how to make 2021 your most magical year ever. And I'm going to be talking about this subject for probably the next couple of weeks because I feel like, we all have goals that we want to accomplish. We all have things that we want to do in 2021. And 2020 was such a crazy year that we want to put that behind us and move forward into living our best life possible in 2021. But before we do that, what we do need to do is what we're going to talk about tonight, is we need to do self-reflection, right? And the reason that we do self-reflection is because we need to look at all the lessons that we learned in 2021 and all the takeaways, all the accomplishments, all the pain, all the, everything that's happened in 2020, so that we don't move into 2021 making the same bad decisions or making the same things happen again by not learning lessons that happened to us in 2020.
Welcome to the Boss Ladies Mindset channel, powered by Crown for Success, the largest women's empowerment network for soulful CEOs on social media. We are a coaching business that mentors and motivates women to reach their highest potential in business and mindset mastery. Each one of our episodes will share valuable tips, resources, interviews, and empowering information that will help boss ladies design a life and business they're crazy as fuck about.
For those of you who are new to me, my name is Wendy Porter. I'm the soul and sass behind Crown for Success and Boss Ladies Mindset. And we are the largest women's empowerment network for soulful CEOs on social media. We have a following of over 1.5 million women on all of our pages here on Instagram. And we're also a coaching business that mentors and motivates women to reach their highest potential in both business, mindset mastery, and self-love. So tonight I'm going to talk about how to make 2021 your most magical year ever. And I'm going to be talking about this subject for probably the next couple of weeks because I feel like, we all have goals that we want to accomplish. We all have things that we want to do in 2021. And 2020 was such a crazy year that we want to put that behind us and move forward into living our best life possible in 2021. But before we do that, what we do need to do is what we're going to talk about tonight, is we need to do self-reflection, right? And the reason that we do self-reflection is because we need to look at all the lessons that we learned in 2021 and all the takeaways, all the accomplishments, all the pain, all the, everything that's happened in 2020, so that we don't move into 2021 making the same bad decisions or making the same things happen again by not learning lessons that happened to us in 2020. So tonight I'm going to give you a list of questions. So if you don't have a journal, go ahead and grab a journal. And if you want to grab a glass of wine with me, feel free to grab that too. And we'll get started. We're going to talk about self-reflection tonight. We're going to talk about the different questions that you can ask yourself to really, truly reflect into what happened in 2020, so that you only take away the lessons that you learned and you let go of the pain that was caused in 2020, and you don't bring those with you to 2021. So we're trying to extract the good things, we're trying to extract the lessons learned, and we're trying to extract the memories, the good memories that happened in 2020. And we're trying to let go of any pain, any sorrow, any heartache, anything that was like meaningless or, didn't teach a lesson, or any bad memories that happened in 2020. We're trying to remove those and let those go and only take the good things into 2021 with us. Okay. Any failures that you had, any successes that you had, we're going to, dissect those and then move into 2021 with the lessons, because to me, failures are not failures if you learned a lesson from it, okay? So they're only failures when you don't learn from them, because then what happens is they keep coming up in your life over and over and over again. So like you see women sometimes where they're attracting the same kind of fuckboys all the time, and you're like, God, and they're like, I don't understand what's wrong. I don't understand why I always attract these kind of men. Well, they're attracting this kind of men because they're never doing the self-reflection work to figure out, what is it that is happening that I keep attracting the same type of fuckboys? Like, what keeps happening that I'm attracting these men into my life? There's very little self-reflection being done. And when there's no self-reflection being done, the universe says, well, you didn't learn? Let me give you another lesson. You didn't learn? Well, let me give you another lesson. You didn't learn? Well, let me put that one on your doorstep again. So it just keeps happening over and over and over again. So we've got to be able to reflect on what's happened in 2020 in order to live our best life in 2021. Okay? So let's go ahead and start. You want to write down these questions so that you have them to reflect on in your journals tonight. Okay? Number one is, what mistakes did you make last year? So what kind of mistakes did you make last year? Write them all down. What do you know was a mistake that you made last year? When you reflect on 2020, what was a mistake that you made? Number 2 is, what failures did you have? So number 2, what failures did you have? Number 3, what lessons can you extract from those failures? Okay? What lessons can you extract from those failures? What did those failures teach you? Because remember, it's really not a failure if you took a lesson away from it. So what lessons did you learn from those failures? Number 4, what wins did you have? So what accomplishments or wins did you have last year? Write them down and celebrate those wins and accomplishments. Give yourself a huge round of applause, because last year was a tough year. It's for everybody, for everyone on so many different levels. So many things happened last year. So give yourself a round of applause for any wins or accomplishments that you had last year. What memories did you make last year? So what kind of memories did you make last year? Like I was just talking about memories, like talking about how I went to Miami, talking about how I went to, Key Largo and Key West and Sedona and San Diego and Las Vegas, and, the trips that I took this year. While they weren't the normal trips I take, I was super grateful for any trip taken, because I know a lot of people didn't travel at all last year due to the circumstances. So what memories did you make last year that you can take with you and celebrate and be grateful for? Okay. Number 6 is, where were you at this time last year? So where were you at this time last year? Where were you at emotionally? Where were you at physically? Where were you at intellectually? Where were you at self-development wise? Where were you at job wise? What were you doing this time last year? So where were you at this time last year in comparison to where you are this year? Okay. Number 7 is, are you who you want to be? Are you who you want to be? Are you living life to the highest potential? So are you who you want to be? Or are you still working on becoming the woman who you're trying to become? The woman who's been waiting for you, the woman who you're destined to become. Are you still working on her? Or are you where you want to be? Okay. I'm seeing a lot of feeling stuck. And you guys, this is completely normal. It's normal to feel stuck. And this is why I'm doing these trainings over the next few weeks. So I'm going to be helping you get unstuck through these trainings. And then I'm going to be doing a free 3-day masterclass for everyone too. So these trainings are going to be free. And then I'm giving you 3 full days of training with me directly, where they're going to be 2-hour trainings. So it's going to be really in-depth trainings over a 3-day period with me, January 20th through the 22nd, so that we can get you unstuck, so we can get you living your best life in 2021. Okay. Number 8, how is your health compared to your health last year? Have you lost or gained weight? Have you become stronger, weaker? Have you exercised, not exercised? I'm sure a lot of us gain weight, myself included, with being quarantined. So I'm pretty sure I can put that on my thing of, that I'm worse off this year than I was last year, because we all were quarantined for so long. And, a lot of people tend to gain weight. It was also very emotional. It was a very emotional year, and people tend to eat, more when emotional eating. So where are you at health-wise? Number 9. Did you accomplish your goals for last year? So did you accomplish your goals for last year? Number 10, do you need to change any bad habits? So do you need to change any bad habits or routines maybe that you have? So when you look at your habits and your routines, is there anything that needs to be changed? I'm sure we all have some, myself included. Number 11, who did you let into your life that shouldn't have been there, that you shouldn't have let in? Are they still in your life? Then I want you to reflect on why you think you let them in. and also reflect on whether you think you need to let them go. Okay. Number 12, did I fulfill my needs as a woman last year? So many of us women are mothers, employees, employers, CEOs, sisters, daughters. But first and foremost, you're a woman. And did you fulfill all your needs and your wants last year as a woman? And did you fall short of fulfilling those needs and wants? Number 13, did you express those needs and wants to the people around you and who are in your life? Did you express your needs and wants to the people around you and who is in your life? And I also want you to think about, what can you do better to express yourself more to the people in your life about your needs and wants? Because as women, we tend to silence our own needs and wants for the sake of everybody else. And a lot of times for the sake of a man's ego. So I want you to think about, what can you do to express your needs and wants and be more vocal about that to the people in your life. Okay? We put everybody's needs ahead of our own. We just do that. It's just what women do. It's a blessing and a curse at the same time. Okay. Number 14. Was I kind and loving to myself? Was I kind and loving to myself? And this is another thing too, that the things that you say, also be thinking about the things that you say to yourself in your head when nobody's listening. Were those things kind? Were you kind to yourself verbally? Were those thoughts in your head kind to you? Would you talk to your best friend like that? Because a lot of times our thoughts, what we say to ourselves, we would never even say to our worst enemy. But yet we say it to ourselves every single day. So was I kind to myself? Was I loving and kind to myself? And number 15, did I command that same type of kindness and love from those around me? Did I command that from those around me? Did I command kindness and love from those around me? Okay, that's number 15. So tomorrow, what I'm going to be talking about is I'm going to be talking about, towards the end, how I said, we need to be more kinder to ourselves. I'm going to be talking about how being selfish, what is really being selfish, and is it truly being selfish, or is it self-love to put ourselves first? So tomorrow I'm going to be talking about how we can all start to put ourselves first so that we can command kindness and love from those around us. And then that way we start creating a better life, a better love, a better business, everything is going to be better in 2021 when you start putting yourself first. And it's not selfish to put yourself first. It's self-love to put yourself first. Even if you have kids. I have 3 kids and 2 dogs. I love them like unconditionally, like any mother loves their kids. I would give my life for them. But I also have learned to put my own needs first. I put myself first, and then I can love, and I can love from a full place. Because when you don't put your all your needs first, and your reservoirs are completely being emptied out every single day, then you have nothing left to give to those around you, including your kids. You're loving from an empty place. So as women, we need to learn how to fulfill our own needs and how to command that of others as well. How to be happy, how to command that from others, how to love ourselves and how to command that from others, how to speak to ourselves when we're speaking to ourselves in our heads, and how to command the same level of respect from others. So we're going to be talking about that tomorrow. And so what I'm doing and what this is leading to, like I said, it's leading to a 3-day free masterclass that I'm giving. That's in depth. It's going to be probably 2 hours each night, January 20th through the 22nd. So if you are interested in joining me for that free 3-day masterclass, I'm going to be putting the link in my bio, but if you don't see it there, you can also message me and I'll send you the link directly so that you have it and you can join me for that in-depth free 3-day training. Because it's free and it's 3 days with me. So if you are interested in joining me for that, feel free to message me or click the link in my bio. I don't think it's up yet, so give me a few minutes after this live to get it up. And then you can join me for that in-depth training. It's going to be all about putting a vision board together and creating our goals and our resolutions for 2021. But I'm also going to go deeply into self-love, mindset work, and business goals as well. So we're going to be talking about all those things. So if that resonates with you and you feel like that's in alignment with what you're trying to accomplish in 2021, then join me for that free 3-day masterclass. Okay. For those of you who are feeling lost and broken, just know that you're not alone. 2020 was a rough year for everybody, and I want you to know that you're not alone. And it's completely normal to feel broken and lost sometimes in your life. And the best way to get out of that is through self-love and self-reflection. Okay? The best way to climb out of that place is through self-love and self-reflection, and to be kind to yourself. Okay? Be kind to yourself. And so if this resonates with you and you are interested in learning how I was able to, overcome those type of things as well, then you can join me for my masterclass. I'm an open book. I tell everybody about my life. I tell you my struggles. I was in a toxic marriage for 25 years. I finally was able to leave that situation. So I talk about that a lot too. I talk about how I'm in love now with my soulmate, and the reason why I attracted my soulmate and a man who is not verbally abusive and he doesn't have an abusive bone in his body is because I learned to start loving myself, right? I learned how to love myself first. I learned how to put myself first. I learned how to put my needs first. And then everything else fell into place. So yeah, if you guys want to join me for that, feel free. So join me for that. All right, ladies. So I will see you tomorrow night. Tomorrow we're talking about how selfish is not selfish. It's how you can turn it into self-love. Okay. All right, ladies. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night. Okay. Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning into the Boss Ladies Mindset channel powered by Crown for Success. Please tune in next week for another episode, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram at RVP Queens, at The Girl Gang Confidential, at Crown for Success, at Strong Women Are Beautiful, and of course at Boss Ladies Mindset.